You know, I think there's so much good that comes from this, and one of the things, certainly for me, being new, being still in that first year, you know, my 12 months of first, is to really continue to get to know our fan base, get to know our alumni, get to know those that really care deeply and passionately about Penn State athletics, and continue to understand what's important to the folks that care about Penn State. And then the other piece is really, and whether I was new or not, you know, a bunch of us jumping on a bus and going around the state, we get to know each other better. We get an opportunity to spend time with each other, and I think that's always a really, really good thing.
You know, anytime that you can be around your fellow coaches for more than, you know, a short session of a lot of times when we're on campus and we're all spread out and we only see each other at a quick meeting, this is a real opportunity to spend some quality time. And so those conversations that kind of come up between Coach Franklin and Coach Gadowsky, and, you know, things that are very similar. You'd be surprised that even though the sports are not very similar, but the challenges of being a coach in this stage are very similar, and it's kind of fun to get to know them a little bit on a different level. And I know that I did this 2 years ago when we first started it with Coach O'Brien, and it was a great experience, and I'm happy that I'm able to be part of it again, and just get to know a little bit more of my peer coaches, as well as the entire staff that comes along with us is also an opportunity for that.
When you come on this caravan and you're more of a known commodity now to a lot of fans that are here, and you have the success that you had last year, you're going to have to replace Casey, you're going to have to replace Scott now. I mean, how do you kind of manage this is where we are in this process, and this is what we think we can do maybe with coming off of a year like you had?
Yeah, we're going to find out, and that's a challenge, but I think the student athletes that we have surprised us already. I don't think anybody expected that we would achieve what we achieved this year, so I wouldn't bet against them. Obviously, with Casey signing early, that's something that is unexpected, as well as Scott, but it's something we're going to have to deal with and move forward. And you know, you do it together. It's not just the team. It's the athletic department is extremely supportive, and as you know, the support of the student body, the alumni, is just so great that they usually help us along to overcome the challenges that we have, and this will be no different. So we went to lunch the day after he got back, and obviously it was a great experience for him. I mean, his last game was awesome. He scored a goal. He was the game's first star. He was tremendous. It was against Carey Price. I mean, it was so cool, and he loved the experience. I think he still knows that he has a lot more to learn, but I know that his experience at Penn State, both in terms of the athletic competition and just the way he was able to grow with the education he got, being around the university, the attention, he really said that he felt very much prepared going in there. So those were his comments, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future.
You know, just really excited about the opportunity to get back out and connect and interact across the state with people. And bordering states, so you know, this is kind of our first opportunity. It was great being able to go to the Capitol today and get a chance to interact there as well. So I did want to take a minute and congratulate Jeff Rice for getting married. Yes, I can relate. Welcome, yeah, welcome, and good luck. I thought it was extremely organized. I think the thing that kind of showed me right away is just the passion and the sense of community, probably more so than any place I've ever been. And I've been a lot of places. And I knew that, but until you experience it yourself, it's kind of hard to explain. So that probably is the thing that jumped out to me the most. One of the things that we implemented last year, which I thought was great, was the photo booth. I think at one stop we did 700 pictures at a stop, which is great because it gives you an opportunity to interact individually with everybody. As we all learn, you know, at the spring game this year, that's hard to do because you have the autograph session, you have 60,000 people show up, and there's going to be a group of people that leave disappointed, and we're constantly struggling with what the answer is to make sure everybody has a wonderful experience. But you know, I thought last year went extremely well, so we're really just trying to kind of build on that. just trying to kind of build on. I think the one adjustment we made is that we did 16 stops last year. This year we're doing 12. I wanted to do 24, but they convinced me to only go to 12, so we cut it down.
James, last year at this time you were living out of your office, your family was still in Nashville. I'm wondering how much more comfortable this time of year is for you, maybe feeling part of the community, that sort of thing with your family here and having adjusted a little bit.
Yeah, very, very much so. You know, just having that support system there is great, because being able to go home where you're just dad and you're just James is awesome. My oldest daughter, Shola, she's really into sports. She asks a lot of questions. She's getting to that age. She's 8 years old right now and really curious. My youngest, Addie, she has no care in the world about sports or football. She just wants to play video games. So, you know, having that outlet to go home and visit with your wife and kids is great. Having the opportunity, being in a small college town, that every once in a while I can pick them up from school or go have lunch with them, which I've done a number of times, has been great.